Beep, beep. What's up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to glue your kick and bass together using the stock Ableton multiband dynamics. Doing this, it's all about control. You want to understand the why we do it. So here we have a kick and bass, and I want you guys to look at the volume, the dynamics of this. Now, if you look at the low end, here's the dynamic of the low end, right? Which my goal is to get the bass, this bass as loud as the kick. Do that by clicking here on the low band, pulling down. It's already working. We can see there's a bit of gain reduction. Now here are our attack and our release settings, okay? This is how we shape. So if you want to preserve some of the punch, you can by increasing the attack. Now I recommend that you use a reference track and you try to gauge where they're at with it. However, if you want utmost control, then you would go lower on this, where you would squash like this. Now, I'll say this from experience, about 80 to 90% of the tracks, the low end is definitely squashed. This allows the top part of the bass to really pop out. So if you ever find your basses just don't have that high end that you see your favorite producers have, might be one of the reasons why, okay? From there, I'm gonna have this. Okay, a little bit better. Now the top part of that bass is really coming out, right? So now we have to make the volume up that we lost, which is about 3 dB. So let's bring it up. Come, get rid of this bend. Now notice these bass here, the kick is quieter than the knocks of the bass, even though I leveled it to what I think is good, right? So that's what I want to control. So I'm going to lower the attack down, fast release too, because we just want to clamp down on those. We don't want to destroy anything else. And let's pull down. Now here I'm going very drastic. So now I'm going to turn this into a hard knee, which just means the threshold has to be hit for it to work. So right now we're not, there we go. Now we can see it coming in when the bass does its thing. Okay, this is where it gets finicky. Lower the volume down. Now we're there.
High energy.
But the funny thing is, notice how the top part of the bass comes through more. That's always the interesting part with this technique. And again, you can play with the settings to shape and get it to where you feel it needs to be at. So with multiband dynamics, we're just controlling the peaks, and that is what allows us to glue the kick and the bass together. What benefits us the most, though, is the low end portion. With this portion, you don't really need to mess with the mids too much, because that can also be an EQ based thing. However, the low end part is where I find a lot of producers like night and day. When their low end is more controlled, when it's not so boomy all over the place, when you de-rumble, then it starts to kind of shine. A lot of the top part of the kick and the bass come to the front. But when you have too much unaltered low end, uncontrolled, it can definitely mask stuff, which is why we do this. But again, knowing this allows you to understand the why. And from there, you can always go to the kick, and maybe you just have too much low end on the kick, so you can come down and reduce on the kick, or you can boost if you want to pronounce the click. That's also another way to kind of go about it. But with that being said, I hope this video opens up your eyes to a bit of a revelation, and I hope that you guys enjoy using it. Again, third-party plugins at linear phase are the way to go. However, if you have Ableton only and you want to try this out, go for it. It might cause harm. It might not. I find majority of the time it doesn't cause harm, but I do want to warn you, okay? What people say about the phase issues is true, but the question will always be, is it to the point of like, or is it to the point of can't even tell? Up to you. And if you guys want to support the channel, evilsounds.com, you can find all my sound design work there, used by top producers like Biscuits, Mount P, James Hype, Jord, David Guetta, A-Lock, Space 92, UMEC, the list goes on. These are producers at the top of their game. With that being said, you guys take care, and you guys have a great rest of your day.